The wealthy CEO suddenly unlocked a superpower, the ability to hear his wife's inner thoughts. Just as he was heading out for work, he caught her mentally plotting to hit up her best friend's party at noon. Since the guest list was packed with hot guys, she had already decided to slip into a skin-tight, ultra-sexy dress. Hearing that, the man completely lost his cool. He snapped his fingers, ordering his assistant to reverse the car right back to where she was standing. He rolled down the window and dropped a demand. He suddenly had a craving for her homemade cooking and expected her at his office with lunch by noon. The wife froze dead in her tracks. Reluctantly agreeing through gritted teeth, she whipped out her phone to cancel on her best friend. Midday rolled around, and the wife dragged herself into the CEO's office carrying a lunchbox. In her head, she was cussing him out from sunrise to sunset for torpedoing her party plans. She handed him a pair of chopsticks and urged him to try a fried egg she had whipped up. Just as he was about to take a bite, her thoughts betrayed her. She had dumped an ungodly amount of salt into it. He slammed the egg back down on the plate and announced he'd rather sample the steak off her personal plate. Trapped, she had no choice but to hand it over. The second the meat hit his tongue, he started hacking and coughing from a brutal wave of spice. Anticipating that he would steal her food, she had deliberately loaded the steak with extra chili peppers. While wearing a mask of pure concern on the outside, she was doing a happy dance on the inside, thrilled that he was too traumatized to ever let her cook again. When he told her she was off the hook and didn't need to bring lunch anymore, she panicked at losing her prank outlet. Quickly backtracking, she plastered on a sweet smile and insisted it was her sacred duty to feed him. Bluntly, the man told her that her cooking belonged in a chemical lab. He then pivoted, claiming the company was heading into a crunch period with heavy overtime. To make sure she got her beauty sleep, he casually suggested they start sleeping in separate bedrooms. The wife immediately shot that idea down because sleeping alone was her worst nightmare. Truth be told, their union was nothing more than a loveless corporate merger. Even after a full year of marriage, her husband kept her at arm's length with icy indifference. Her only daily comfort was waiting until he passed out cold so she could sneakily pet his killer abs to satisfy her cravings. Hearing those scandalous thoughts play out in real time made the man double down on his desire for separate rooms. Desperate to flip the script, the wife tattled to her mother-in-law. Right on cue, the older woman threw a fit and laid down the law: 0 separate bedrooms allowed under her roof. She ranted that all her rich socialite friends were spoiling their grandkids while she had nothing to show for it. Unfazed, the man argued that the company was in a critical growth phase and kids were completely off the table for the next 3 years. That pushed his mother completely over the edge. She yelled that his old man had been the exact same workaholic, neglecting his family for a paycheck. She even started connecting dots and accusing him of having a secret mistress on the side, which explained why he iced out his wife. To cut off his mom's wild conspiracy theories before she called a PI, the man surrendered and promised to stay put in the master bedroom. That night, the wife stared at him with hungry, glowing anticipation. Sweating under her gaze, he awkwardly reached over to kill the bedside lamps. Little did he know, she had already sabotaged the light switch because she was determined to feast her eyes on his chiseled physique. She batted her eyelashes and demanded a kiss, pointing out that in 365 days of marriage, they had never even locked lips. He braced himself to shut her down. But the second he looked into her hopeful, shining eyes, his defenses crumbled, and he gave in for the very first time.